Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in everybody. How you guys doing today? I'm doing really good myself here in a button-up shirt. So, new hotfix just dropped. Pretty exciting stuff, and I wanted to go over it. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like and subscribe if you feel so inclined. At 500, I'm trying to get a better microphone because my friends make fun of me for it. Beyond that, after this I'll be streaming, guys, because, I like to stream every other day or so just to, keep up on my gameplay. Let's get into it. So, lifesteal no longer counts as healing. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know. I know that I kind of feel like this is a Reddit change because people were pissed about this on Reddit. But I don't know. I feel like lifesteal should count as healing. I feel like it was cool to interact with healing effects. But I just think it's like if you reduce the heal cleanse, that's fine, in my opinion. I don't know. I feel like Raynad and the team say they're like, yeah, we don't take advice from Reddit, and then you'll see something like just aggressive complaining on Reddit. And then like that instant change is made. I don't know. It just feels weird to me. Heal cleanse. I think this is reasonable. Before it was 10%, and you would have some crazy cleanse with things like Money Tree or just even like early game Aiden, just removing like, no, I guess it was 2. Just removing a fair bit of like poison and heal at a time. I think 5% is a better change, but I think it will be less intuitive. I think it's easier to quickly calculate. Okay, it's gonna remove. Like this is 10%, 5% is like a little more tedious calculation. Not that much, but increasing max health. That's really interesting. Increase base HP gains per level after level 7. 11% increase by level 10 and 32% increase by level 15. That's really cool. I think this will help slow down the late game a lot. Maybe not. Like at level 15, you just kind of one-shot kill people anyways. But in general, if you're gonna, try to slow down the game or decrease the game speed, I think increasing health is a good way to do it. So, pretty interesting change, pretty meaningful change. I like it. Known issue, preview tooltip of level up does not show the correct amount of HP. Didn't even know that. I honestly learned about this through Reddit, and I've never done it. I've never looked at how much HP it's gonna give you. Level 19 and 10 now offers a choice of 2 specific enchantment pedestals. That's cool. Before, with the new change, it was random, so I think this is good. I think having it be specific is good. I think it becomes a lot harder to get shiny and or frozen items now, though. But I like the idea of like having 2 choices. CDR bug fix, okay. End of combat effects missing. Correcting issue when certain effects would not fire process properly if combat at the same time. Affected items like... Yeah, I wonder if this is the glitch where it's like, if you would end a fight with Mamasaur, and you ate an item, you wouldn't scale with it, right? Like, because Mamasaur, every time you destroy an item, it gains scaling. Well, I didn't feel like it was actually scaling when you ended combat with it, so hopefully that's fixed. I'd never see that item. Okay. Interesting. Also interesting how that works. Rounding. Corrected an issue with some percent-based items, such as belt not calculating correctly. Cool. Keychain. Fixed an issue. Cool. I don't even know what this is. Barb, Spike, Warden, the Bazaar. Okay. Huh. Okay. That's good, I guess, that they fixed that bug. Custom scope, fixed an issue. Okay. Okay. Flamethrower is doing old flamethrower stuff. Lion's cane. I didn't even know that this item, its passive didn't work from stash, so that's kind of tough actually, because honestly I'd been running this in Pig so often, just like for when I leveled up, it would buff me, and it hasn't been working. I mean, it is now, but that's good. I'm glad it actually gives you the HP now. Alright, item changes. Anki. Interesting. So it's better at like diamond tier, worse early. Increase the damage. No longer has weapon damage reductions wild. Fix an issue where shield multipliers did not apply. That's interesting. I feel like Anki just got gutted, bro. Maybe not. Maybe you can still run like all the dinosaurs. And the dinosaurs did get changed down here, but maybe you can still run all the dinos and still have it as a really good source of shielding or like damage. But I feel like if you're running all the dinos late game, you just want to one-shot everybody anyway, so I don't know how much you kill with the shielding. I don't know if Anki's playable anymore. Maybe it's just me though. It's still fine, I think, if you like can get an upgrade on it, but not having the weapon damage reduction is a huge deal. That was kind of the best part of the item for sure. Box cutter. This item was crazy. I think you got it from the new puppet, and it's like the style item. Deals less damage. Yeah, because this used to do crazy amounts. Like, look at the scaling on this thing. When you level up, it gains damage, but it used to be like plus 25 every time you level up. So even, before, the whole effect is like, you deal damage with Box Cutter and then you lose damage, but when you level up, you gain permanent damage. Well, you were gaining kind of crazy amounts of damage, so maybe it's still good at like these tiers or whatever, but it's not going to be like game winning by itself, so that's good. Primal Core damage reduced. I don't know if this is necessary considering all the dinosaurs are getting nerfed. Maybe they thought so. I don't know. It feels weird thematically too for me because all the cores are like 50 currently. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but Primal Core's a little weaker now. Momosaur. First time you use this each fight, destroy a small or medium item for the fight. That's really interesting. Now I will say, theoretically, if your opponent now has like 2, 3, 4 items, that Momosaur is better. Like, cause now you can destroy like any item. Like if they're trying to style and run one item, you can delete it. Or like early game, if you get like a Momosaur or Dinosaur on day 2, you can destroy an enemy item because before you could only destroy it if it was silver tier if they had like 6 or more items. Well, now you can destroy it if they have like 1 item. So that's really interesting. Makes Momosaur, Dinosaur better on like day 1, day 2, but makes their scaling a lot worse. We'll have to see. I actually think they're still quite good. I think just as long as they still have your dinosaurs permanently gain it, I think this could still be a really good item. And honestly, I had a dinosaur high roll the other day, and I was only ever getting 1 destroy in per fight anyways, so I don't know. We'll have to see. It's weaker against like maybe like NPC fights where you can only destroy 1 item, but overall you're still getting a lot of scaling, and it's better against boards with less items. Railgun. It's kind of interesting they're buffing Railgun. Railgun was already so strong. I mean, even like you could run with this build pretty quickly to like 10 wins, just like running like crit core or the core full tech spam. So I think it's okay to nerf it at like bronze tier. Bronze tier was actually pretty weak, so I think it's okay to nerf it at bronze. I think it's okay to nerf it at silver, because silver it did start to pick up a little bit, but at gold it's still quite strong. And honestly at silver it's still quite strong, I think. So I don't know. It's interesting that it's like 800 damage at diamond though. It's like a true late game build. Like you can honestly pick up railgun early, like silver tier, or like pick it up at bronze, upgrade it to silver. Pick it up early, run it throughout the mid game, and then now you can like upgrade it to diamond and run it late, because that's 800 versus 600 is crazy. I think railgun's nuts. Forklift, nerf the damage by 50. Matters a lot more early. I mean late game if you get a crazy forklift going. I don't know, I would still run forklift the same way you've been kind of running forklift, which is just like, you run battery, you run just like Uzi next to just like a bunch of fast stuff to get your forklift going off quick. But yeah, I guess they just nerfed the damage by 50, sure, why not? Makes it a little weaker early, I guess. Flintstones, cooldown nerf, burn more at higher, yeah. So they made it a slower cooldown, and now it burns for more at higher ranks. I don't really know why this was nerfed. I guess maybe I didn't play enough of the patch or whatever, but I felt like Flintstones was fair. Maybe it was just charging the Primal Core too fast and they didn't like that. Not really sure. Or maybe it was just applying way too much burn at 4 seconds, which is also fair. It was applying a fair bit. I don't know, but it'll burn more at higher ranks, but 6-second cooldown probably kills this item, honestly. Soulstone, yep, a lot of Mac buffs here. Just because, like, I was seeing... correctly called by my tier list, by the way. Feel free to check out that video. Where I was like way too early, predictions. Yeah, Soulstone was horrible, and now it's getting buffed. Pretty reasonable. Sands of Time. Okay. I think they just lowered the numbers. I think this used to be 10. I think this used to be 10. So they're making the quest a little more easy to complete. Same here with the totem. Make the quest a little more easy to complete. Blank slate, full cooldown buff, and ooh, yeah, I like that. And they're just making all the quests easier to complete. So yeah, all these items were. Is the same here? Yeah, it used to be by 10. Now it's by 8, by 8, by 6. Nice. Yeah, so all these items, I think were just way too slow when you did get them online. Like their effect just wasn't very meaningful, and then it was just really hard to buy like 10 slow items or 10 freeze items. So lowering the amount will just make these a little more accessible for sure. So we'll have to see. I think you still just kind of run these together. You run these in like a bunch of like quest totem spam. Yeah, we'll have to see how this item turns out, or how these items turn out. I really want blank slate to be good. Maybe not too OP, but I really like the idea of blank slate and how it's designed. So Friendly doll against the toy type, kind of surprising it wasn't before. Plasma rifle against the tech type, also kind of surprising it wasn't before. Pulse rifle is another one of those ones I always kind of thought was a tech, and now it is. Pulse rifle, that's actually a really big deal for kinetic cannon builds, just because like that thing has triple cast if it's next to like, you know, first Aiden or like Chris Army Knife. Chris Army Knife is a tech, so if you put that next to Chris Army Knife, or you just have like tech synergy, this is going to be a really good item. This is a huge, I think you're going to see a lot more pulse rifle in Dooley, just because like literally it is like triple multicast tech. So it works really well with Arc Blaster, works really well with Railgun. I think pulse rifle will be pretty nutty. Sea Shadow also gets some cooldown nerf. It's pretty in line with like kind of the major themes of this patch. Makes sense. Command Ship starts at gold tier. If you have a vehicle, reduce your non-vehicle items cooldowns by 5-10% from 10 to 20. Makes sense. This was a pretty nutty skill. If I was playing Dooley, I would very often just kind of want to pick up this skill if I saw it around, and then I would just like try to figure out how to get a vehicle later. So 10% was pretty strong. So I think it's pretty reasonable to like, you know, change that a little bit. Just because like you could, you know, if you ran Bulldozer, you had like an extra 10% at silver. Or you could like put thrusters on your board and give 10% cooldown to your whole board, you know what I mean? So I think this is reasonable, and I think it's still not a horrible skill. 5-10% cooldown is fine, but it's not as broken as it was. Anyways, guys, those are the different notes. Pretty interesting changes. Hopefully, you know, changes the game for the better. I'm personally still not sure about this. I don't know how to feel about the dinos either, but we'll see. And yeah, I'm going to go live in a sec. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please drop a like and subscribe below. Hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you guys appreciate the button up. Take care, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.
I'm just trying to get this